Hey bestie, hey boo thing. I am so glad that you are here. Okay, I'm coming begging. Okay, I'm coming begging because a friend in need is a friend indeed, right? Okay, so if you have not already taken care of these little tiny housekeeping things, I would love for you to do that now. All right, I need you to please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I hope that by the end of the episode, at least you will have liked the video, comment in the comment section, and last but certainly not least, would you please share this episode with someone that you know would enjoy it also. It's coming up in Hi. Do you feel like you have way too much on your plate to get accomplished and very little time to get it all done? Is anxiety like on 1,000 right now? Take a deep breath and woosah, and then reach out to me because I am a trusted confidant and accountability partner, and I can help you master time management and work-life balance as a professional. And because I specialize in helping to develop brands and the professionals behind them, I could also help you with your small business. So whether you're still in the conceptual stages of the business or you're trying to figure out exactly how to launch, how to brand it, how to market it, how to look good, and how to operate efficiently so that you're working smarter and not harder, I'm still your girl. For more information about how I can help you, find me at organizedenergy.co, where I am helping to develop brands and the professionals behind them. Mom of 4, plant mama of 7, music lover with a banging playlist, and 2 left feet. Entrepreneur of over 17 years, and though a professional, y'all, I'm still an around the way girl at heart. Earthy, eclectic, free spirit, a few piercings, and a few tats. Road trip lover, random as you fill in the blank. Living, learning, loving, praying, and laughing my way through this amazing adventure called life. And I am here to help you do the same. Hi, I'm Tiffany, and this is Life Unscripted. Welcome. Now, let's jump into this week's amazing episode created especially for you and yours. Hey, my babies. Hey, my love. Hey, my friends. Hey, guys. Hey, family. Hi. I need y'all. I do. I need you. I need you and you and you. Yes. So, normally I try to bring content that's going to leave you feeling inspired and uplifted and, all warm and fuzzy inside, or something that's going to help you be better and all that, right? No, not today. Today, sis ain't got that. Sis don't have it. Sis ain't got it to give. Right now, today, let me tell y'all something. So I see a lot of podcasters, they, have their little cute little setup. They got their little headphones on and their microphones on the table or the desk. And they might have a nice little set built up behind them, little stars. They trying to be little stars. Listen, today I am in my closet, in my walk-in closet. I am on the floor. The room is dark. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Okay. Listen, if it wasn't a pandemic, I would probably be sitting at somebody's bar, just needing a drink. I need a drink today, y'all. And it ain't water. It's not water. Let me just tell you. Okay. So I've got probably 3-4 drinks that I prefer. Of course, I'll drink wine. I like a blush, or I like Oliver's Sweet Red, Oliver's Soft Red, and then some others. But, like, I'm not fancy with it. I just, whatever. I love a good margarita. And I enjoy bourbon, but I'll mix my bourbon with sweet tea and lemonade in the bourbon, and it's delicious. And then every once in a while, then I'll do like a Sex on the Beach or something like that. But I switch out the liquor, and I'll have it made with coconut rum, instead of the regular alcohol that comes on a regular Sex on the Beach. But anyway, all of those are due today. Just not a cup of water. Okay, y'all? That's not what I need. No water. All right. So, you normally might go to see a therapist and sit on their couch. But today, I'm sitting on my own damn couch, in theory. Though I'm on this floor in my mommy hideout closet. I call it my Cheryl's she shed off of that State Farm commercial. I'm up in here in my she shed, y'all. I'm in my closet. But just as well, it might as well be. Today it's my imaginary sofa. I'm sitting on my own couch. And I just got to vent a little bit. Today is an episode where I just have to vent. And I just need to share with you the bullshit. Yes, that's what the hell I said. The bullshit that I've had to deal with. Yes, I know y'all don't get this side of me. Y'all don't ever get this side of me. My friends do. I do have a colorful choice of words when I'm with my friends. And listen. I'm going to try not to give y'all too much of that today, but that's just where I'm at today. Okay. And I just want to share it with you just a little bit, because I want to know what the hell you think. Like, what you think about this, y'all. I'm about to give it to you, and then you can respond by going to organizedenergy.co/podcast, and you can respond and let me know what you think about this that I'm about to tell you. Okay. So first of all, I have been a homeowner for so long, most of my adult life. I've been a homeowner. So I've been a homeowner probably 18, 19 years, something like that. And I've lived in the same home for long time, married with kids. And we had this house, or we've had a couple of homes, but we had the last one for quite a while. And so when I decided to relocate, if you all follow the show, then you know that I've shared with you that I've been on this adventure in my life, and I up and moved with my children, and we moved out of town, moved out of state. And in doing that, I didn't want to immediately purchase a home because the housing market is different where I am now versus where I was initially in my hometown. And so the price of property is way different. That's one. But two, being that it's a new place for me, I didn't even know where I would really want to settle at in purchasing a home. So I thought it'll be fun just to rent for a couple of years. That means I don't have to be responsible for anything that goes on. I don't have to worry about any repairs, and my home was a little bit older. And so in moving to this new place, I was like, I'm just going to treat myself to something beautiful and nice and new and a little swanky, because I deserve that. I've been through enough and I deserve an upgrade. So I thought I'm going to spend more than I normally spend back home. But it's going to be nice and it's going to be worth it because I deserve it, damn it. It comes to that sometimes. So I came here and, the first place. So first of all, it's just a chore to move. And, y'all know, just thinking about, just saying moving, thinking about moving just makes you tired, right? So just the thought of moving was exhausting, but it was exciting because I was coming to embark on this new journey, have this new chapter, blah, blah, blah. So we moved once to get here. That was almost a year ago. And when we moved here, the place that I found was twice as much as what I was paying on my mortgage back home. But, it was nice. It was new. It did not come with any bells or whistles or amenities. But it was I mainly was paying for the area. That was probably where most of the price for the lease came in at, was just because we were in a very nice area. And so that was okay, because I'm like, I'm treating myself to this. I deserve it. I've been through enough, blah, blah, blah. So at the end of the lease, the landlord sells the property to his brother. And he's like, and the brother approaches me and is like, well, I'm going to be going up X amount on the rent each month. And I had to think about that. And I'm like, I'm already, this is not like the best. It's very nice. It was brand new. It's a new construction, very nice area, all that. But I knew that for the same price, I could have been getting more in another area. And I could have been getting, more amenities and all this other stuff, but it was nice and it was new, but it just wasn't worth the extra that the new landlord wanted to go up in the price of the rent. So I reached out to a friend that I had met here, and she's a realtor. And so she helped me find somewhere else, which happened to be right around the corner from the first place. So unfortunately, I was already within the first year of here, already packing up and moving again. And again, that's just mentally exhausting, let alone physically exhausting. So we move around the corner to this nicer, and it's also a brand new construction. It's really beautiful, blah, blah, blah. It did cost a little bit more. I did end up paying a little bit more anyway, but I was getting way more for the extra that I was paying. So it worked out to where I was happy to pay the little, the more, because of all the bells and whistles and blah, blah, blah. And so, come to find out, the doggone stove did not work in this brand new construction. And it's a gas stove, and I've never had a gas range before. So initially, I just kind of thought it was us, like we weren't using it right or something. How hard could it be? But I'm just thinking maybe it was something we were doing that was wrong. So this goes on for about a month. And after a month, I'm like, we're not crazy. Like, it can't be that hard to operate a freaking stove. I don't care if it's gas or electric. And so we were wasting a lot of food. We were preparing to go in the oven, and then it would just come out not even cooked or barely touched. It wouldn't be fully cooked. And we're like, what in the world is going on? So I reached out to the landlords and I'm like, hey, something's up with the stove. So they were like, you can call around and get it repaired. Here's some numbers you can call. And I thought, what? I'm paying you a lot of money, like a lot of money. I'm paying a lot of money to live here. I'm not your secretary, but just so as to not ruffle any feathers, because again, we're new at the time, I'm like, I obliged. So I went ahead and I called around and couldn't get it resolved. And so so then the pandemic comes. And so we're like, doggone it, now here's a pandemic. And at the time, we didn't know it was going to be like it has turned out to be. I kind of thought it was going to be like a flu season kind of thing. Who knew it was going to grow and be this big monster that it has become, into this magnitude, the pandemic that is. So I told the landlords, I was like, well, this thing is happening, we'll just, COVID's happening. We don't know what that's going to be, but it looks kind of nasty right now. So let's just hold off from having people come into our homes, for a moment, just because of, we don't, obviously for safety and all this. And at that time they were making people quarantine and they were shutting cities down, and, like people really weren't moving around anyway, just because restaurants were closing and all kinds of stuff. So it fell in line with all that. So I was like, well, people can't go anywhere anyway. So, okay. So we did that for a bit of a time. And next thing you know, about 3 months go by and we still haven't, had anyone come look at the stove because of COVID. So I reached back out to the landlords. I'm like, look, we're eating out every day. We are a family of 5. And listen, y'all pray for me that we become a family of 6. Would you please, please ask the Lord real nice. Ask him nicely. Would he send your girl? That is me. Call me out by name. Will he send Tiffany Williams a really good, a wonderful, wonderful husband? Okay, can y'all do that for me? Please. A good husband, a good man. All right. Now, back to this. So we're a family of 5. I've got 2 adult kids, and then I've got 2 youngers. So, and then it's me, right? And so we're eating out every day. And that's expensive. Like, we're eating out every day because the stove's not working. Well, we do have to be fair, we do have a microwave. And then my mom ended up sending us a toaster oven. So we have like this little small toaster oven. I call it the Easy Bake Oven. It's this little bitty doll sized thing, but we use it just for like if we have pizza bites or something, pizza rolls or something, we might stick it in there. But anyway, so we have a microwave, to be fair, and we do have this toaster oven, this little bitty thing. But we don't have a stove that's working where we can fix, a full course meal like you might want. And so it's getting expensive. So I reach out to the landlord and I'm like, look, what can we do? This has to be repaired. So there's been a series of people coming and going, and nobody can figure out why this oven's not working. So eventually, after so many tries, then Whirlpool will just give you like a replacement. Like, as a part of their warranty, they'll just replace the doggone thing if you've tried multiple times to have it repaired. So it got to the point to where the oven was just replaced eventually, because it just never could get repaired. And so the new oven arrives and it's doing the same thing. It's still not working. And so come out several more times to fix this doggone thing. Mind you, we're in a pandemic. And so obviously it's already uncomfortable to be having strangers in your house, because that's their job, is to be in everybody's house. They're in people's houses all day long, just from hour to hour. They're going from appointment to appointment in everybody's house, right? They're making repairs and this, that, and the third. And so I don't know whose house they've been in. And some people are asymptomatic, so you don't know who's got what. And same thing even with preparing our food. Like, I'd rather fix our food at home. I don't want to keep eating out every day. A, it's very expensive for a family my size. But B, you don't know who's fixing your food, because again, some people are asymptomatic and others are not. And so I just don't want that. But we're going through that. And so even with this new range that Whirlpool sends, the oven is still not working. And so one of the repairmen they came out and they were like, it's not the stoves. These stoves are brand new and they're perfectly fine. It is with the power with this house, like something with the gas or whatever is making these ovens not work properly. So, that's what needs to be addressed. So the landlord wants to remove themselves from complete responsibility. And to be fair, I understand a bit, but they're not being understanding for me. So for instance, the landlord is like, this isn't our problem. We bought this house brand new. This is a new construction, and it's not our fault that the builders did something wrong and that the gas is not coming in properly or whatever the case is. We're not buying a new stove. We're not paying to get it repaired. We're going to make the builders fix this. Like, however long it takes, that's how long it's going to just have to take, because we're not helping you. We're not doing anything. And I'm telling them, but I'm a single mom, 4 kids. We're eating out every day, and I'm paying this high price to even live in this place. And you mean to tell me you guys don't feel like you're responsible at all? And they're like, well, we're victims too. We bought this house brand new, and it's not fair to us that the builders gave us, either a faulty appliance or they've done something wrong where it's not wired correctly or whatever the case. But we've been just as wronged as you are. And so we're just as inconvenienced as you are, and we're not paying for this. No. And so this has been going on for now, guys, 10 months. So for 10 months, I've not had a working oven. And so even for Thanksgiving, so my grandmother passed away on the day before Thanksgiving. And that was obviously a very emotional time. And even more so because with the way that they have these things set up for COVID regulations, they only allow a certain amount of people to even come into the funeral homes. So, many people can't even go and give a proper goodbye to their loved ones. So we weren't able to be there. We couldn't go back home to our hometown, because with COVID, every state is just about, most states are like red states now. So they're all hot spots everywhere. And we couldn't get to the memorial services anyway because of the limited amount of people that can come inside the building. So we had to do her memorial services. We streamed it and saw it live. It was live streamed. And so that was really sad for us, but at least we got to see it. So that was good. That was a blessing. So that was already something for the day before Thanksgiving. My grandmother passed away. But on top of that, on Thanksgiving, we ended up having fish tacos for Thanksgiving, but not by choice. Now, let me tell y'all this. I am very thankful. I am thankful that we have somewhere nice and safe, comfortable and warm to lay our heads. I am thankful that we are not on a park bench or out somewhere, because there are many people who don't have a home anywhere to live. Like they don't know where they're going to live from day to day. There are children and families that are just out there, and my heart goes out to them and my prayers go up for them. In addition to that, there are people who didn't have a bite to eat for Thanksgiving, or any day for that matter. There are people who don't even get cheese and crackers daily to eat. Like they don't have anything. So let me just say that I'm very grateful that we had fish tacos for Thanksgiving, just because we had something to eat. And if we even had peanut butter and jelly, we would just have to say thank you to God, because it's something to nourish our bodies, right? So I don't want to give off the idea that we're not grateful, because we are. But because I pay so much to live here, and I ought to be able to eat whatever it is I want to fix for my family, right? And that was what I'm going with this. So where I'm going with this. So the kids were kind of looking forward to a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Now, mind you, they're already sad because we're away from family and friends for the holidays. They're already sad because we lost my grandmother. And now they're like, dang on it. So we look at this food, and we had to fix fish tacos in the microwave, in the toaster oven or whatever. And that was dinner for Thanksgiving. Because, restaurants were closed, so we couldn't really go out and eat anything, like we normally do. So we had to figure out something for home. And so that was pretty sad. And the landlords just don't care, and that's been frustrating. And so whenever I speak with the landlord about compensation, like, look, this is getting expensive. What are you going to do to compensate me for this extra money that I'm peeling every day to eat out, because I can't use a stove that was advertised at the time that I took this property and that I signed the lease? And so when we talk about that, she's like, I don't speak any English. That's when she cuts off and says she doesn't speak English. But she speaks English just fine for everything else we discuss, But whatever. In addition to the stove, we have a deck, and then we on the back of the house, and we have a balcony on the front of the house. So I have, little furniture set up on both sides to enjoy outdoors. Because remember, we're quarantining. We're in the midst of a pandemic. So people really aren't going too many places. And so I love nature. And so one good thing is I'm like, well, I don't care if we don't go anywhere. I just enjoy the outdoors. So I like to sit out on the deck and just soak up the sun, feel the breeze of the air, just see the birds and blah, 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 whatever. Well, y'all, I said the sun, I said the birds, I said the da-da-da-da-da, but what about frogs? Because on the back deck, our house, there's a retention pond that backs up to, that's in the back of our house, our home, and also the home of the neighbors. And so with this retention pond comes friggin' frogs, y'all, frogs. So yeah, I said I enjoy seeing the birds in the air and feeling the breeze and soaking up the sun. I did not tell y'all that I was about to enjoy some damn frogs on my porch. So there have been few times where I'm ready to go outside and read and just meditate and have a cup of tea. And honey, I see all these tree frogs just all, like, I won't say all over. You might see about 4, 5, 6 tree frogs out there on the deck. And I'm like, you know what? Y'all can have this deck. I'm not about to go out here on the deck. Now, some of y'all are listening and you're like, Tiffany is a tree frog. Tiffany, my ass is a tree frog, and I don't want to touch it, and I don't want to sit out there next to it, and one is enough, but to see 4, 5, 6 tree frogs, no, I'm not feeling it. So I don't go out on the deck anymore because I don't want to be sharing the deck with tree frogs. So then that leaves us the nice balcony, right? So I'm like, okay, I can go on the front balcony and do some reading, some writing, some studying, some working. We're working from home, but let's just make the most of it. So let's work in with the air, the fresh breeze. Let's sit outside in the elements and work, set the laptop up on a little table. No. We have wasp nests on the front of the house, like on the balcony. So I've called the landlord to say, hey, we have frog. Let me go back to the frogs. So you all, just the other day, a freaking frog made its way in the house and in my bedroom. A tree frog in my bedroom, y'all. I don't even know how the hell the frog got in the bedroom. A frog in my bedroom. Okay, that's all I need to say. So not only on the deck, in the bedroom. Now, a few months ago, there was a frog in the foyer of our house, like in the entrance of our house. We don't even use the front door of the house. We typically come in and out of through the garage because that's just how we do. So, how the heck did the frog get in the front of the house a few months ago? So now there's a frog the other day in the bedroom. Yes, y'all. That's why I need a man around here. Y'all pray for me, please. I ain't playing. Y'all pray that the Lord send me a good man and help him be beautiful on the inside and nice on the outside and nice looking on the outside and just sweet as he could be, y'all. Please. A good guy, please. Okay. Done with that. But anyway, so yes, frogs, y'all. So in addition to the stove not working for the past 10 months, we've got frogs that are on the deck, frog in the bedroom, and frog in the foyer. Okay. But that ain't it. So as I was just mentioning or alluding to, wasps. We got wasp nests on the front of the house. They sit above the garage and also on the balcony. And so the landlord has come over and she has seen the wasps, and the wasp nest. And the wasps make their way into the house every once in a while too. So sometimes my daughters especially are running around, Mama, it's a wasp. And they are fat and juicy. They are some big old wasps, y'all. And so that's a thing. So we got the wasps in the house and on the balcony. So I can't go out on the balcony because of the wasp nest. She will not send for pest control. She says that since it's outside the house, that's not her responsibility. And even though I've told her they've made their way on the inside of the house, she says I must have opened the door and let them in. So that's not her responsibility. What? And so she said that there's no way that she can prevent frogs from coming in. So that's not her responsibility. So she doesn't want to cover the extra expenditures from my food because the stove doesn't work. She doesn't want to cover pest control because none of this, she says, is her responsibility. And so, y'all, I'm a little bothered. Can I just say that? I'm a little bothered. So now I had to take it to court. I've had to turn it into a legal issue. So within the last couple of weeks, I had to go and file a claim against her. Do you know she had the nerve to reach out to me and ask me to drop my claim? Are you serious, lady? But you speak enough English to ask me that, but you don't speak enough English to talk about money. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So anyway, you guys, that's what I've been dealing with. And so now, obviously, your girl's going to have to figure out another place to move. And I don't want to have to do that. It's just not good. It's not stable. And I'm used to being in the same place for a long time. And so this moving around and around since I've gotten to this new city is just, it sucks. So now, I have to look around and figure out something else and move again. So that means I've got to start boxing up crap again, finding movers and paying them a pretty penny again, and then letting these strangers touch my things and come in my new house when I'm trying to live in a bubble because it's a freaking pandemic going on. And I don't want strangers in my bubble. We're trying to stay clean and sterilized and just germ free right now. But anyway, so it's a bunch of freaking bull. Y'all hear me? Bull. So anyway, just praying that God leads us to the right place that's nice and comfortable and affordable, and that everything works out well for us with the court situation with the landlord. But y'all, it's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. So anyway, that's that on that. And so sis just wants a drink right now. Can I just get a drink? That's all I want. I want, my bourbon or my margarita, my sex on the beach, a glass of wine, something, anything but water right now, y'all. I need it. But that's it. And that's all. And that concludes this session on the couch. Okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. I thank you for listening. And I want you to have a blessed day. Now, next time around on the next episode, we might get to these sunny days and great vibes and positive energy kind of episodes. But today, it was some bullshit going on. And I just had to call it for what it is. Because, I'm a realist too now. I try to be positive. I try to feed y'all good vibes. But damn it, sometimes sis ain't got it. All right. I love you. Have a great day. Well, that's another amazing episode in the books. I appreciate you stopping by and listening because I do this for you. Now, it's your turn to join the conversation. Please weigh in on this episode by visiting organizedenergy.co/podcast and do two things. One, leave a written or audio comment or questions regarding today's conversation. And 2, let your voice be heard by casting your vote in this week's poll based on this episode. And now that we're family, let's stay connected. Still, go to that same link, organizedenergy.co/podcast, and join my Love Shine community. Why Love Shine? Because it's all about love and it's all about light over here at the Life Unscripted podcast. Or you can find me on your own simply by visiting Facebook. You'll go to Organized Energy Consulting, find our community and groups, and then join the Life Unscripted podcast after party. Also on Instagram, find me at Life Unscripted Podcast. On Twitter, it's Life Unscripted P. And show a little love by sharing this episode with a friend or 2 or 3. Speaking of showing love, before I get out of here, I gotta remind you of something. I want you to always remember that self-love is one of the best forms of love, because no matter who comes, who goes, no matter who chooses you, who doesn't, who forgives you and who doesn't, who values you and who doesn't, so long as you choose you and you love you and you see value in you and you take time each and every day to celebrate yourself. Take time right now and write this love note to yourself. And not only do I want you to write it daily, but I want you to recite it daily in the mirror. Repeat after me. So you say your name and I'm going to say mine. Dear Tiffany, I love you. I forgive you. I accept you. I choose you. You have worth. You have purpose. You have value. You matter to me, and you matter to God. My words, my thoughts, my decisions today will prove this. Tiffany, you're already winning. You are already blessed. Keep going. Do not give up, because the very best is yet to come. All right, Love Shines. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Time is a commodity, and once it's spent, we can never get it back. So I truly appreciate you spending just a little bit of yours with little old me. That's a wrap until next time. I want you to know that I love you. I'm praying for you, and I want nothing but blessings, love, and light for you and yours. Have a great week, guys. It is awesome to listen to my show, but wouldn't it be amazing if you could launch your very own? Go from listening to launching when you pick up my new book called Is This Thing On? The Super Simple Guide to Planning, Launching, and Scaling Your Podcast. And of course, it was written by a podcaster for new and aspiring podcasters. Building a brand and operating a business can get a little hectic sometimes. I mean, there's a million things to do and you only have 2 hands, but not to fret. I've got some goodies for you. I want you to visit organizedenergy.co/spill-the-tea. organizedenergy.co/spill-the-tea. I have curated a list of some of the favorite tools and resources that I use as I operate my business that have been amazing for me. They have helped me to save time. They have helped me to build my team. They have helped me to stay connected with my people. And I absolutely love so many of these tools. I want to share them with you, and it's free to download. So again, go to organizedenergy.co/spill-the-tea so that I can help you get started working smarter and not harder.